Alright, episode 39. One last push before war. Uh, we've gotten to the point now where a lot of some of our, well, not a lot, but a few of our resources have pretty much been tapped out on all the islands. Surprisingly enough, clay. I'm struggling to get enough clay to build enough amphora pots to keep Cinis happy. Problem is, my capital island, Titiana, only has clay and gold. So all of the river slots are one of those two. So that way I can have amphora and jewelry. And then the same thing up here, we got gold and sturgeon. So for the caviar, I need the sturgeon. And I'm tapped out of what I can build here. I'm actually having to import clay, which is kind of a crazy thing to have to import. One of my islands had a couple of spots left, so we threw in a couple of clay production and have that going up to Cinis to try to make up the gap there, but that's just not ideal. So we need more gold, we need more sturgeon, and we need more clay if we're going to keep growing this up to the 50,000 population. Nerf's main island, the closest one to us, has 13 river slots. So that's kind of, one, it pushes them that much further away from Cinis, and two, that's a lot of spots. So I'd like to start preparing a force to move for here. And if things are going really well and we don't lose a lot of troops or a lot of ships, this island here only has 9 river slots, but it's gold. Which would definitely help keep the Cinis, population happy. So that is another one, but that's kind of like a side quest if things go well enough on this whole thing, because this all hinges on the fact that Nerf has probably 94 to 54, so almost double what we have. I'd like to build some more ships, cut that down to maybe 2/3, and then hopefully we could beat him with. That guy's been eliminated. I'm not even sure why he's talking. Superior tactics, if you will help with that. I did think about going after Zara. She's got some good islands, and her naval power is closer to ours, but her defensive power is pretty stout. Looking like if I were going to try to take all these smaller islands and kind of use them as feeder islands. One, not too many of them have a lot of river slots. There are 6 slots here with sturgeon, which would be awesome because it's right next door to Cinis, so that'd be a quick route. But she has double layers of walls. They're all stone. She has archers, and I don't think I could really land anywhere that'd be too safe. And it would be, I'm not sure that this would be worth ruining that alliance. That, and I feel like I'd lose a ton of troops trying to just take these few small islands closest to us. Still debating it, but I just don't think that it's, because this one has 3 slots, this one has 6, so if we did all sturgeon, did all clay, that could help. No river slots there. Only 1 here. 4 here, and it's sturgeon as well. What if we pissed her off? What if we went after her? Kind of curious. I've never looked at breaking it with the. We have an alliance. Break alliance. I'm wondering what that would do. You know what? For once, I don't think we're going to go to war with Nerf. I think we should try to push her back. I don't think we'll be as successful with capturing a ton of islands like we did with when we attacked Nerf and took all these smaller islands. But if we could take 2 or 3 of these key ones, one, that would give us even more buffer between us and Cinis, or them and Cinis, and she's more likely a candidate we could actually take care of. It's just whether we want a naval battle or we want land battle, and so we're going to do that. But yeah, that is the big thing we're going to start preparing for. We need more ships. regardless of who we're gonna fight, we need more ships. So we're gonna see. My guess is we're still really low on some of these supplies. I'd like to get about 10 to 15 more ships for them all to go to Albion. That is where they are needed. So that was 7 ships. Yeah, we'll let some resources catch back up there. One of the other things I looked at doing was that'll go for a ship right there. We started making cheese on Mistletown, and we never actually set up a trade route for them to come here, and that was supposed to supplement what Skellington was doing for Cinis. So I just happened to be looking at their stuff and realized that they were completely maxed out on cheese. So we're going to go ahead and we'll leave it open-ended for a little bit just in case we want to send something back if they need it. But an extra 200 cheese will definitely keep Cinis happy and the population fed, so that's good. Ships are being built, and then the other trade route I wanted to adjust. I was looking at this this obsidian one. We're pretty much tapped out on obsidian everywhere, but then I realized that a couple of those feeder islands we took over, we built some river slots and mines, and they started actually making obsidian. So we have small deposits. It's not going to keep us alive for long, but it is something. So we're going to go ahead and add them to the train here. That's ugly, but it is what it is. So we are going to go to... I don't know which ones we added. This was Dolphin. So we're going to find Dolphin over here, and it is going to load. Obsidian's all the way at the bottom. I'm not sure why I'm doing it. All right. And then, what is the name of this one? Throne of Horus Land. It's just going to be these bottom 3, isn't it? Yeah. Load Obsidian, and then Plucked Vulture Land will also. We're going to drop all these guys off at Cinis. So it's going to be an even slower route than it already was, but we're going to have to get a second ship going for some of these other ones. And it's not the most efficient route by any means, but it will get us going again with some more obsidian, which we need desperately because we have all these all these statuettes are not making anything population, and that's not helping us. Alrighty. So that's going to be a big one. That'll get our population back up. I want to say we were starting at 38. We're already dropping 2,000 population. Not a clue why. Oh, we got a yellow bar here. This is the amphorae. That was the issue with the clay. So looking at Titiana. Good news is none of this is like absolutely required. We're not, these ones aren't going to be detrimental to anything. But yeah, so they're going to be running out of clay soon. They have tons of resin, and they have tons of amphorae. So it's looking like, where's our pots? Ah, well, therein lies the issue. This thing is sent, so we need another ship. Plain and simple. We have one here. So, well, hold on. Before we do that, let's check and make sure that I don't already have a second ship making So what the bit of it? See who we got for. All right, that's between you two. That's between you two. That's a big crazy one. That's between you two. All right, so we do need a new ship. Between these two islands, this thing is maxed out. So I knew I bumped that up. I just didn't realize that it was not keeping up with it. I thought 100 a time was enough, but apparently not. We're gonna give this one 150. What is wrong with you guys? Please tell me. You ran out for a brief moment. Okay. Alright, so hopefully that'll help, but we still know that we are low on the clay here. It's holding steady right there. Pots. Alright, so we are barely holding steady. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, we already know obsidian. We already know that. Alright. Another big thing we could do to make people happy there on Cinis is beer. I know in a previous episode I said that that wasn't going to happen, but I think it actually could. I'm not sure it'll be enough, but we're going to give it a shot. So looking at their needs, wrong button. Beer is going to be a +1 population, income, and +2 happiness. Not so much anything for our health, but we're in the green now that the thing, whatever I did that made them all sick, is gone. So, that being said, we're going to need another trade ship. We're out of gopher ships. I was planning on taking this island from Nerf, but what can we take from her if we decide to go after her? This would be a good option here, because I want another beer island, but there's no copper. I want beer and copper. Now this one has copper. Oh, this one has beer and copper. But look at that defense. Jeez. We could land down here. Attack from range. We could probably put a couple catapult ships on this side, take out a lot of these walls and defenses. So, I think we'll focus on getting a couple of those small islands in Latium around Cinis, and then we'll, if we have the time and resources, we could look at coming over here and getting this one for copper and beer. The barley on this island would be great, and then the copper would be good because then we could start doing cloaks, which will definitely help our cause over there. So we built a bunch of those ships. Let's go ahead and check it out. We need to get a couple more trade ships going because we're going to need at least one gopher ship, and we're going to need some beer. And just like that, we are out of sails. Great.
What could you possibly require?
Trade issues all over this place. A lot of them are going to be that obsidian. It's going to keep popping up every once in a while. So yeah, I didn't think I was going to be able to do beer here, but we did some research. We got some things uncovered, and we can do more sluices now. Now, got to come back one tile. So where's that? Put that one right there. Oh, we still got plenty. Bring that guy up there. Alright. Who else needs some more? You guys need be expanded out. This is what we were waiting on this whole time, just being able to clear all this off. Wonder if I actually started that in the right spot. Ah, sweet, I did. Nice. Now this area is going to be fugly to say the least. They still got 40 more there. We might not mess with any of those. Just because we're going to have to work around these troughs here. What we need to do is we need to expand our population. We need people here. And we need a bunch of them to farm all of our soon-to-be beer. I hope whatever that crap is isn't going to block me off here. If we can get the beer and we can get the other thing going there for a while, I think we might actually have enough. Yeah, cool. Thanks, bro.
Construction of a ship has finished.
Wonder what this road will look like. Okay. Whatever. We've made uglier. Just need... I don't believe any of... Oh, okay, it's just Ovawada flexing her muscle some more. I don't think we're going to need anything crazy from these guys. We'll give them... I don't even think we need to do that.
Construction of a ship has finished.
We might put in one more city block if we have the room for it, or the need for it. So one of the things that I thought was going to limit us here on this island was charcoal. We're doing okay. We have more room to put some charcoal for these right here, but we do have one more mountain slot. The only thing is we're going to have to do some moving around. So we're going to go ahead and knock that out real quick. We're going to throw this in as a charcoal mine. And then we just got rid of a hemp. We need that hemp, so we're going to throw this farm back here. We had some open space right here behind this farm. So all we got to do is cut a little channel out. And we can access all that space. And put that back there. There we go. So we still got the same amount of farm. And then we got that increased charcoal. So yeah, we're doing great on that. Now we could actually look into doing the beer. Hopefully our new citizens will keep us more. Where's the nearest? Okay. Might as well use all this space here. not gonna go past in case we want to use that for another city block. Alright, so for the beer is 1 minute for the barley. So 2 farms will go to 1 malt, and that'll feed 2 breweries. So it's going to be a 2-1-2, almost like bread in... Ah, shoot. That was not what I meant to... I meant to build another farm. There we go. Alright, we're going to go 2, 1. I feel like the beer has +2 income, fire safety goes down. So yeah, we're not really going to put those in the population centers. We're just going to put them out and about for now. What do you mean you're... Oh my gosh. Alright, so I feel like I might be able to fit 1 more farm here. That's why I didn't put them in this area. So that's... Oh, 1... So that's 2 of those. We'll throw in another... We gotta figure out where our roads are gonna be. Because we're gonna need a ton of beer. It was, I think, like 14 tons of beer needed to be just to sustain Cinis at what it's at now. So that's a 2. Or, so we need a second one of you. And then 2 more. We'll figure out where all these breweries are going to go here in a little bit. But as of right now, wait, do you reach that? Okay. Alright, we need a few more of the smiths. That is on the Celt side, so we're going to... Not sure why I can't upgrade those. They got the icons. Oh, they were already upgraded. Whoops. That makes a little bit more sense now. Alright, there we go. Have we ever gotten the goods we needed for this? Nope, apparently not. This warehouse needs to be upgraded. It's going to get busy. Alright, so we did 2 full stacks. We have the population. Apparently we're not making enough tunics now. Oh, we just added people. That makes sense. Let's go ahead and throw another tunic person right there. Well, now that we mentioned that, we did add some people. Tunics are good. What about the food? Bread's still good. Cockle's good. Eels are a little bit down. We should do another eel farm. Where are all those dudes at? Alright. They should all be happy now. What I want to keep an eye on is the charcoal, which is where I thought the breweries are going to take a lot more. They're just waiting on all the everything else to catch up. So we're going to keep pushing along. We're at about 6 tons a minute right now. I feel like we could definitely get... So if we cut that down. Alright, let's chop a little bit of this road down. Stick this on the end there. It's not the prettiest, but it's all gonna fit. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need another malt. And 2 more breweries.
A ship is under attack.
We're gonna go ahead and throw another warehouse down somewhere on this side. Alright, looks like everything is starting to go. All those are going, all the barley and the malt is starting to cycle through. Let's see what population. That's going to take 8 more. We got that. We got that. Oh, where's the needs? So we're going to be about 4 people short. So we'll have to upgrade a house or 2. That'll give us 4 full sets of the beer. That's 1. That's going to be boxed in. That's not going to be enough. Let's see if there's enough space here. Alright, that's close. We can move these guys because we know they're not required to be right next door there. Left a little hole there, that's fine. Now let's see if we could fit these breweries in this dead space here. Move you a little closer there. Alright. So for beer production we have 8. So it means we should have 4 of you guys, which we do. And then back to 8 of these. So 2 more breweries. Alright, we are even on everything. We do need a few more smiths. So we need some tier 1 housing. Wrong button. I always default to the Celtic ones. Oh. Okay, so we are about tapped out there. Let's go to the slider bars. We still have plenty of charcoal coming in. Makes me feel like we could probably get rid of at least one of these tree ones. That'll give us a few bits of population back. Yeah, there we go. Still operating in the green there. Bread's good. Food and eels. Yep, plenty of ox for the cheese. And then beer. When it's up and running completely. So I'm wondering if my math was wrong there, but we have a lot more barley coming in than we are producing, or that we're making malt with. So that's only 8 tons. So that's half of what we should be making to send to Cinis. So we might need to look into expanding some more population. Not sure if there's any freebies we could do. I call using these my freebies. Oh, nope, we actually already have done that. So we might actually need to open up this area down here or up here into making it another population center. It might be worth moving all of these brooch makers over here with some of our industry that we just set up and growing this out into a population center. Just being open and square like that or rectangle, that'll give us a lot more room to build than having to worry about these whatchamacalleds, sluices. Let's go check on our ship production in Latium. I'm kind of excited to go fight her. That's going to be a new one. Alright, so we got one gopher ship. We are going to need another one. Alright, it's definitely going to take a while for that beer to catch up, but it's also going to take a while for that ship to get there. So, scaling there, we got 15. Let's see. This one's going to make the population fluctuate a lot. Because I don't believe that we're going to ever have enough. And it'll probably take 2 or 3 ships, maybe even 2 or 3 islands worth to get that. Just because the trip is so long. Beer. It's going to come across here eventually, right there. 22 tons a minute is what this needs. So we would have to triple what we built on that island alone just to supply Cinis. And with a 40-minute round trip, 20 minutes each way or so, whatever it is, that's a tall order right there. And we're only sitting at 39,000. We still got 10,000 more people, so bump it up by another 20-25%. Yeah, we're going to need to be importing 30 to 40 tons to stay ahead of the commute for that. But we got the first step open, and we're going to take one of Old Girl's islands, and that's going to give us some more barley. Alright, so we have 3 ships towards our new fleet in... what's that place called? Albion. So there's 7, 8, 9... 10. Ow, and we're out of rope. Where's our rope maker? There he is. Alright, that's gonna be a minute. Oh, we could actually send you for... see if I can get to those ships I just sent down here without going over anybody else. Grab just one of them. Alright, you 5 are going to join our Bubbas, pissing off Bowada. So that'll make that 5 that I have defending that island a full, what I call fleet of 10. So that'll give their 10 there, and we already have 110 that's just out there waiting for war. We're going to create 10 more, and that should put us ahead of her. Yeah, we already are ahead of her, but barely. But we'll be a lot closer to Old Nerf. And then we need to, once the Navy's done, we'll look into seeing what we can do with making our armies. Because we're going to have a lot of catapults, at least 6 catapults to attack at range. This island right here is the prize. This is the main one that I want. It has the sturgeon, which is the most important thing right now for this. We could take out that tower and the trading post from the water, land a force, and there's another tower over here, and then just start bombarding it with catapults. Take out that tower from the water, and maybe even this one from the water. So we could take out a fair amount of the defenses on this one island, use the catapults to work its way in, and maybe we could bait her armies out a little bit and still have some naval firepower, help defend our troops. And then moving from there, there's 3 on this one, might be okay for clay. We got more sturgeon here with 4 more. Yeah, we might try to just do a full campaign and see if we could take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 islands. That would completely take up this top half of the map, and give us a pretty good buffer between them. Easily get us to our 50,000 goal. Once Cinis is up and running at 50 plus, we'll go back to what was our original capital city down here, Titiana, and we can build this island up, which has tons of real estate still left, to build more armies and more ships, and then we can go for the long-term goal of defeating these 2 for my accolades after that. So I do believe taking these small islands from her is going to be really difficult, and it's going to run the risk of pissing off the Emperor. We're plus 72 now, so we should be able to at least get a couple of her islands before he gets upset. And if we get any tasks from him, we'll do that. And then I still have a feeling that this volcano is going to come back at the worst possible time, because that's what it does. Alright, we got our new trade ship. Sail to Diana's Harbor. I don't know what we need to go to Diana's Harbor for, but apparently we have another side quest.
You have nothing to lose.
Oh, decline. We're gonna fight it out, lady. Alright, I think we should go back and see if we can build up the, what was it, Skellington? And see if we can get just a little bit more population, a lot more population, so we can continue our beer production. Yeah, we're making a lot more barley than we are anything else. So we could really focus on getting the malt up to 12 and then the beer up to 12.
Construction of a ship has finished. Construction of a ship has finished. A ship is under attack.
Not sure. That's going to be her attacking us again.
A ship is under attack.
I'm trying to figure out what would be the most efficient use of these slots right here. Sweet. Just shy. Okay, they fit on that side. Yeah, I'm getting there, dude. Just calm it down. This guy's gonna have to be upgraded. Something fierce. He's gonna get real busy with all this here. Alright, we need to see, what do we got here? I know I would prefer not to cram this in there, but that's still well above what it needs to be. We somehow lost some population. That's fine. We're about to build it up. Can we move this guy way over here? Can we upgrade any of these roads? Do make sure that he reaches. Okay, he can reach it. All these dirt roads. Alright. We're going to plan out a phase here for...
The games have ended.
A new neighborhood. So that way we can expand our population base here. Alright, so... I think we're just gonna... We were doing the squares over here. I'm not sure with the limited space we have now if that is going to be the case here in Old Albion. So we're just going to do the 2x4s, the 2x6s. I'll wait for all these to catch up. You know what? We're going to double up this neighborhood. We know... I know I can get at least 2 more. Of the shrines here. So we can make the most of... Not what I wanted at all. There it is. Got a feeling I'm going to need some more police firefighters. We got a hospital here, so that's good.
Construction of a ship has finished.
Put that there for the next one. Really only need tier 1 and tier 2 citizens for the beer production. We still have a fair amount of land to use, and then we have more marshland that we can dig into when we need to. So let's make sure that these guys are fed and clothed. They are not going to be clothed. There's a warehouse right there. Let's extend that road. Alright. They are going to need... Let's check it out real quick. We got enough hemp, but not enough tunics, and that's going to take it out, so... Throw you right here. We're running out of... What is this? This is... Weld crop? I don't even... Why am I making... Oh, you do not reach. Great, great. That's gonna jack up our... There we go. Why? Alright, we're just gonna have to put a warehouse on this side. Fine. But if that's the case, you're not getting concrete. You get a dirt road. I need the concrete. I don't feel like bringing it all the way over from Latium. Probably should have, but we didn't. So yeah, I don't know what this... Oh, that's probably for pants. You know, pantalones. For now, it'll fit there. I'm gonna chop it down to that. And we'll see if we can fit another old wood chopper there if we need to. Probably not, but for right now, that's what that'll be. So we need more hemp. Hey, look, left a nice little road for you. We'll move it over. You're gonna take that whole chunk, aren't you? No, okay. Yeah, close enough. Alright. So our new population has enough hemp, has enough shirts. Still doing good on charcoal. Bread's holding up. We could use another cockle and another eel. I don't know if we have room. Oh. Now we have a warehouse right there. Can I... Not pretty, but it works. And then let's see what we got for eels. Did I leave a road there? No. Might be time for another warehouse out here. You know, because why not just waste? There we go. Alright, so the citizens should be happy. We could use another charcoal real quick. I know that because we're about to... Alright. So that's 117 of 80. That's 130. Alright, so those two will be okay there. What's that do for our charcoal production? We're up to 12. We're only using 9. Because for barley, we don't need any more farms right now. We're producing 12 tons. Where'd the beer go? Alright, we need to get up to 12 tons of malt. So if we're doing 8 tons with, what do we have? 4. So we need 2 more. 9, 10, 11, 12. And that means we'll need 4 more of you. Jeez. Okay. You know, we might just have to... Would have been cool. It's not going to work. And I don't know why I did it anyways like it was going to.
Citizens are dissatisfied with their lot and may soon revolt.
Oh no! Cinis is getting upset.
The city is unhealthy. Ideal conditions for plague.
I don't know what happened to Cinis in the 15 minutes we've been gone, but holy hell. Alright, let's see who we can upgrade of our... We'll go back to where we already had some infrastructure. Damn it, every time. Alright. Let those catch up. Let's check this beer. Alright, we're still doing just shy of what we maxed out with charcoal currently. Barley's still at 12. Malt's at 12. Beer is at 12. Alright, and that is half of what we need. So we are definitely going to have to open up some more sluice gates. Now the question is, how do I do this route here? Alright. I feel like we probably went too overboard. Oh no, we just ran out of wood. Okay. Are we making wood on this island or did I stop? Alright, we're still making wood on this island, so that's good. Because we are only... So we still got about 30, 40 more... Well, yeah, 42 more tiles, so we might actually be able to finish it with this last sluice run here. And then we'll have plenty more farmland. Oh my gosh. Why are they all mad? Oh, the game's ended. I wasn't paying attention.
We face a violent uprising.
Yeah, well, we're gonna make them happy. Alright. Alright, so they're mad. And they're going to start attacking stuff. Good news is we have, what, 4 towers and a gatehouse here. At least the towers are upgraded to stone. Did I not ever do concrete? I only did concrete on a couple of these walls. Completely forgot about this port over here. That's smooth. Good news is it is a long trip for them to get up to our villa. Yeah. Let's see what they say. Pledge a substantial offering. Happiness and belief go up only 25. Reduction 10 minutes. Reduction's 20 minutes. He likes that. Happiness plus 3. Production buildings plus 20%. He dislikes this, and we already know we can't be doing that. And we're going to go with this one. Reduction by 20 minutes. And for 4 hours, we get plus 3 happiness and... Oh, that's minus 20%. Yeah, the plus and minus really matters. This one's only 10, and it just has plus happiness and belief, so I think we're going to go with that one. It's only 25 grand. Worst that happens is I lose a few towers, because they are not going to get all the way through this up there. I'm not even going to bother bringing the army down. It's probably going to take 20 minutes just to get down there. Do I have... Which route would they take? So if they took this way, we got 2 more towers and a gate there. 2 more gates on that bridge. 3 gates and 2 towers there. If they shoot the gap on the island, there's a little bit less. But then there's... Yeah, so... The villa's safe. Everything else is shit. That's why you got to make sure these games are going constantly. So before I get the same thing here, let's go ahead and confirm another set of games. Alright, we are... Got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not 5, because that's... Yeah. Ah, rope is still the issue here. What about y'all? Curious what happens. So that's 3 more there. 4th one being built here. And then 5. Alright, so we need one more ship and we'll have a fourth fleet. To get this going, so we could just leave those ones here, we'll send this fleet, because that's what I wanted. I wanted 10 to 15 ships to send to Albion. So we'll go ahead and do that now. That'll put our total numbers at 30 over there and 40 here in Latium. And that'll give us a solid force to fight her. Because we're switching from him to her, I think. I don't know. We still had another episode. We still need to... That's our naval power we've gotten figured out. We need to get our army figured out. Because her army power is only 10k. His is 34. So I feel like we could definitely get 10k worth of troops out of these two islands. And, yeah. Take our main objective, which will be Eclipsis here. 6 sturgeon ponds, close proximity to Cinis. We might even be able to get rid of a few of our sturgeon. How many do we have here? And so we can get more gold coming out of these. I have 8. So maybe, yeah, will be one of those things we'll have to see. Because I think one of our other islands had sturgeon too. Yeah, right there, 4 more. So we would be able to get 10 from her in close proximity to the island. We might be able to start making more gold here. So yeah, definitely going to be taking her islands. This doesn't look good. Gatehouse is almost down. You know, I always wondered if the riots scaled with the size of the city, and it appears so, because that is a lot of people. You know what? I might have to rethink the whole not sending the army down there. Not much of an army, but maybe I should have started on that instead of the navy. We're at least going to send them down to right here, which I think will be their next. That's the quickest path up. So we'll at least get them part of the way there. If nothing else, we'll put our archers a little bit closer, wean them down. Oh man, they're going to screw everything up. Gatehouse is down. I'm getting my butt kicked by pitchforks. It's not going to let me upgrade these walls because it's under attack in the area. Oh, happiness, negative 4.7 thousand. That's a great way to end the episode. We are at 58 minutes. That is pretty much it for our hour. Things that we did. We got cheese flowing here, which should have made them a lot happier, but didn't. Curious to see how that cheese is holding up. Yeah, doing really good on cheese. I don't know if any beer has reached us yet. Probably not, because they're all pissed off still. Yeah, no beer has arrived yet. Let's see. Let's see if we could find some beer. I'm curious to see how much came on that first ship. Alright, it's still traveling between islands. That's cheese. That's beer. So only 131 beer. So that's not good. That's not going to last very long at all. What's our beer looking like here? 193 already. I have a feeling that we're actually going to max out on beer. Okay, well, not if everything burns down. I don't know what happened there. Oh, okay, that's brooches. Festivals can be hosted. Nobody's going to when there's an angry mob out. Cool, thanks. I am curious now that this has been running for a minute. If anything's balanced out. If it does still, oh, yep, alright. Still can't give her anything. See, I'm not sure. Oh, they wanted to go around the wall to attack the gates from the other direction. We've taken out a few of their armies, but there's just not enough. And our troops are just moseying along on down here. I should really look at putting just random towers all over these in these little wooded areas and in between my houses. Because this is looking real sketchy right now. Each one of these troops you take out lowers the riot by 1 minute. But right now the riot is spreading into food production. Not good. And our tier 1 citizens are now in double digits, so we're starting to get low. Not cool.
Construction of a ship has finished.
Can we get one more yet? Yeah, she getting jelly. She doesn't know they're for her yet. I've never broken an alliance to attack somebody, so but we're getting desperate. Oh, look at that. We are now negative. I'm curious what her main island looks like as far as defenses. I've found that if you siege their main island... Oh, cool, thanks, buddy. So she's got some troops there. If I just surprise attack her, those things will go down real fast. The only thing that I would be nervous about if we attack her is... I think he likes her. She likes him. Oh, he dislikes her. Okay, so I might actually be able to pull him in and attacking her. I don't know if I want him gaining any land. Because that's just that many more ships we'll have to fight. Alright, some of these guys are starting to get really weak. We'll just take out the hospital. Yeah, that's a good idea. Alright, well that is it for our hour. We have a riot going on in Cinis because I forgot to keep my games going, so that's on me. Yeah, so we're going to have to deal with that. We are hemorrhaging people there. We got beer flowing, not nearly enough, probably about half of what we need. We'll see what we could do to keep growing that island and getting a little bit more. Bringing over more cheese. We have built the 15 ships that we wanted to bolster for our future campaign. Still a little undecided. I was going to go after Nerf, but he's got a way stronger navy than I do right now. I think I would rather try to take some of these smaller islands a lot closer to Cinis. I feel like that'll put us in a better defensive posture for when we do have to fight Nerf. And when we try to take them both out. It's not really so much to conquest either one right now, it's to get enough resources to get Cinis up to the 50,000 mark. We started today at 38,000. It's hard to say if we gained anything really. We did gain a few hundred, but at the same time I'm shooting arrows at all of them right now, so I'm not sure how long that'll last. And it's not really a good baseline. I'm gonna set these guys up here, see if some of these archers will... Oh! I think they see the troops coming because they all just jumped when I did that. You are not about to take out the bathhouse, are you? Man. Alright, well, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Stop by YouTube, drop a like, a follow, subscribe.